All right, everybody. It is special program time for 5.8, and I'm gonna take a look-sees at it. We're just gonna take a look at the one new character that got announced, the robot lady, and we're gonna just look at her kit. I'll give my 2 cents on the banners as well, but to be honest, because this is 5.8, this is the last 5 point update. The next one's gonna be the big 6.0, right? So it's really hard to tell people to say, hey, this character you should definitely pull because, we're going to get a big, I'm pretty sure we're going to get a new big, power creep, power spike, whatever it's called, once we get all these fancy 6.0 characters out. But that's a whole nother topic. But let's just take a look at what she does. And then, like I said before, the banners, we're just going to take a little look-sees. And that's it. I don't usually go over, like, story stuff and exploration stuff and event stuff. Like that's later down the line, but let's go ahead and get started. Yes, I'm still sick.
Things, am I? The reaction between Hydro and Electro, it's different.
Super different.
Oh, yes, it is. Ineffa is the first not-cry character travelers will get to meet. And guess what? She's bringing a new elemental reaction with her.
Alright, way to start off with some big standards here, Hoyoverse. It says Lunar-Charged, I see that. I'm sure they're gonna explain what it does. But now I need to know if this is a Nod Cry exclusive reaction, or is this a character specific reaction? If it's character specific, it doesn't look like it's too different, so it does look character specific, if I had to guess.
What? A new reaction?
Yes, so when Ineffa is in the team, she can trigger the new Lunar-Charged reaction when Electro meets Hydro or...
See, the way they worded it, it does sound like other Nod Cry characters will be able to do it as well. But we'll have to wait and see, right?
vice versa.
So, is there anything special about this new reaction?
Yeah, tell us more.
Yes. So, the new reaction has a very intuitive feature. When triggering a Lunar-Charged reaction, a thundercloud will appear that continuously deals electro damage to nearby enemies that are affected by both Hydro and Electro. But here's where it gets interesting. Lunar-Charged reactions can trigger critical hits.
Electro-charged reactions can crit now! So I'm guessing that comes...
That's a good change. Now, obviously, it's a little disappointing that this is only for her, currently. Would have loved to see that change for older Electro-Charged teams to also get this buff.
With new damage scaling?
That's right. Lunar-Charged damage scales based on all characters who applied elements during the reaction.
So basically, compared to the previous iteration of Electro-Charged, Lunar-Charged reactions can systematically boost the entire team's damage output? I think I'm starting to get why Ineffa comes with waivers.
So if it's that powerful, is there something special we have to do for Ineffa to trigger it?
Nope. As long as Ineffa is in the team, all Electro-Charged reactions triggered by your party will be converted into Lunar-Charged reactions.
So, Auroron is going to be really wanted in this team, I would say. And then it would be her, Auroron, and then 2 Hydro applicators of your choice.
Oh, wow.
So cool.
Yeah.
Or 1 and then Animo if you want to do what they're doing here.
So it seems Ineffa's arrival opens a lot of possibilities for existing Hydro and Electro characters as well.
Exactly. So let's take a closer look at what she can do in combat.
Okay.
Yes, please.
So, with her elemental skill, Ineffa deploys a shield and summons the multi-purpose smart assistance unit, Brigida, which is the cute little robot you see here.
Aww.
And with its wide range of movement and agility,
Is
it
it shielder?
periodically dashes up to enemies to deal AoE electro damage.
Hey, it looks like when Ineffa's not on the field, her face appears on Brigida's screen. It's almost like she's controlling the bot and making it attack.
Cute.
So cute. Brigida might look adorable now, but during Ineffa's elemental burst, Brigida transforms from an adorable little bot into a formidable machine. And Ineffa's Elemental Burst launches Brigitte forward, unleashing a rocket punch that sweeps through enemies, dealing AoE electro damage and keeping Brigitte on the field.
Ooh.
Ineffa also has a special Ascension talent. So, when Brigitte performs an attack, if there are thunderclouds created by Lunar-Charged reactions nearby, Brigitte will unleash an extra attack.
Whoa.
Note that this attack is considered Lunar-Charged reaction damage.
Oh, cool.
And just
Man, did Fischl get power crept here?
to be clear, Lunar is a whole new reaction system, right? Do you think we can expect more characters in the future to use it?
Oh, absolutely. It's definitely not a one-off.
Oh, sick.
Well, as long as they're Electro or Hydro, right? So yeah, that I can understand that. I just need to double make sure, is this Lunar thing a Ineffa exclusive thing or Nodcry character exclusive thing? If it's just her, which it looks like it is, meaning like if you want to, like, you know how Nilo has her own version of Bloom basically, Ineffa basically has her own version of Electrocharge, which is Lunar-Charged. Obviously, I would prefer them to just buff the reactions themselves, like in general. But I guess this will also work as well. I would prefer, you know, not having it tied to a character, but you know, it is what it is. She looks good. The problem is, as I said earlier before, she's coming at the end of the 5.8 or the 5.x, you know, series of updates, and we're about to go into 6.0. Now, of course, without a doubt, I'm sure there's going to be some very strong new characters, and with those characters are going to come some very strong new gimmicks. And we're also going to be going to, you know, a whole new region, and there's probably going to be some sort of gimmick, just like how there's Night Soul stuff with Natlan, right? So a lot of us are probably going to be saving for a character that we want in 6.0, whether it be 6.0 or 6.1, 6.2. Remember that when we go to the next major update number, so 6.0, the subsequent updates come out a tad bit faster than normal, right? For 6.0, 6.1, 6.2, they come out a bit faster because they're trying to pump out more content, basically for the new region. Not a fan of that. I'd rather they just take their time and not like rush it out, but that's what they did for Netland and Fontaine and Simru, and even I don't remember if they did that for Inazuma. It's been a while now, but I know they hurry these updates out a little bit more so, and then they slow it down after 0.3, I think. So I don't know if they're doing that this time around, but like I'm trying to say, it is hard to justify saying like, hey, pull for her, like, because like they said, you could obviously use her with future teammates that are Electro or Hydro for your Lunar-Charged teams, right? But we're also probably saving our gems for characters that might not synergize with her, but also like, you know, whoever we find to be really cool in the new area. And that's really hard to, you know, obviously there's not enough gems for us to pull everybody, unless you're a whale, I guess, or spender. And that's kind of how it was for Emily at the end of the 4.0 or the 4.x updates. She's a great character and everything, right? She's, you know, like, Burning is still a solid team comp if you got the right characters for it, like Kenichi and Emily and stuff like that. But then, you know, a lot of us were saving for Natlan characters. That's what I did. I had to skip her, not because I didn't want her, but because I wanted to get, obviously, the Pyro Archon at the time, and I didn't even know I wanted to pull for Shillanin or Silali. But I did. Alright, let's take a look at the banners. So, first half. We have, obviously, Ineffa and Silali. That's a weird combination, but for those of you that did pull for Malvika, and you don't have Silali, hopefully there's enough gems between now and then for you to get her, so that you can get one of Malvika's best teammates. But I would say if you're already like dead set on skipping the Natland stuff, and you're already like, man, I didn't have enough gems for Malvika, now I don't even have enough for Silali. You might as well just go ahead and skip and just wait for what 6.0 has, because we all know it's going to be some sort of power creep. Oh, right, that makes sense. That makes sense why Chaska and I'm blocking Mualani are here. I'm going to be honest, because we're at 5.8, like I said before, right into a big update, I would say skip these two. Unless, again, unless you really, really like them, personality-wise, collection-wise, you just want them, sure. I'm not here to tell you, like, no, but for those of you that are just like, hey, who should I pull for, like, if I'm struggling in Spiral Abyss, Imaginarium Theater, or Stygian Onslaught, you're probably going to want to save here, because whatever comes out in 6.0, again, the gimmick is going to be centered. Whatever that gimmick is going to be the new theme of our Spiral Abyss and our Stygian Onslaughts and our Imaginarium Theaters now. So it's not going to be Night Soul Blessing. It's going to be whatever the new shtick is. So I would say skip unless you really like the characters. We got to save up for those 6.0 characters for sure. Yeah, let me know you guys' thoughts on this update. Are you guys excited for it? Not excited for it? Let me know. I'll see you all in the next video. And thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. I hope you guys have a good day.